Okay, good morning. I'm doing a retest of today's CPI retail, PPI retail. I want to see what kind of movement it has. It's a test, a replay. And the idea is to see the kind of movement. And that's really the only reason I'm doing it. So you had almost a whipsaw. I got too short. Bleed out some risk. I don't want it to hit the high of day, but boy, it's going to lead towards it. Okay. So that one just went the wrong way and it really got sucked into the high of the day. So, you have to assume it's the news that got us on that one. So that was okay, that was March 15th. Now we're going to try the replay on January 15th. It has a lot of movement. That's definite. So it's definitely, you can see why we trade this report. January 15th, so we're going to use a different instrument. The ZB will be 316. It's early in the morning, that's for sure. I'm tired. I'm always tired, I guess. Last night was my late night. Let's see what kind of movement we get. I give myself about 5 seconds for replay to work. Brackets are up. Okay, that one again, testing the high of the day. Probably get a reversal up in there. So this looks like it's worth trading. Okay, so that was January 15th, and now we're going to go over to December 11th, okay, 2015. So we'll give one. So we're one out of two. December 11th, 2015. I set it for 829.54. Okay, it. And you got to make sure your instrument is correct. Sometimes if I use the same instrument with Ninja, I have to reset them. Just load a random instrument and then load the correct one. So we're ZB316. For some reason, if I do the same instrument 2 trades in a row, and I forgot to turn off my trade, it doesn't work. And I don't know why that's the case. 12:11, 8:29. I do my replay 8:29.54. I give myself 6 seconds. Let's see how our instrument looks. It looks pretty good, so we'll go with that. We'll leave it. Okay. So we'll get our brackets in a couple of seconds. There they are. Get good movement on this report, so you got to be quick. Well, short one still. Still short one. Got taken out for our first profit, 4 ticks. I'm a little bit close to it, but that's okay by me. I just want to cover my commissions. Look, we've got we've got magnets. This time of morning, you've got magnets everywhere. So we got taken out. We got 156 tick profit. 156 tick profit. I was just a little bit close to the current price of the day, and that's why I got taken out of the market. I'm going to speed it up just to see what kind of reaction we get. So you got to be fast on this report. That is definite. You have to be fast. Okay, it reversed. So 2 out of 3 were profitable when PPI and retail sales were combined. Just for fun, well, I didn't download 2012, so if you're going to use replay and download data, what you have to do is disconnect replay. You have to disconnect replay. Okay, and then you have to connect your current data provider. And then you have to go to utilities, download replay data. The replay date is 2/12, February 12th. So you go here. Whoops, went a little far. So you go to February 12th. 2/12, so that would be ZB316 would be the correct contract. Okay, so you download it. Not complicated at all. Wait till it's finished down here. Downloading the data, 2/12. When you're done, then make sure you disconnect your current data feed. Go back to replay. Okay, replay is our most important feature, I think, in Ninja. Then you right-click this empty space. You don't want to adjust it here or it resets the strategy. So go to, what were we? We were February 12th. So we go 2/12. We're 2016. We're 8:29:54. I like to give myself 6 seconds in the morning. We're there. So 2/12, it'll be ZB316. Again, we have that issue with Ninja where I have to reset the instruments, reload something random, and then ZB316 because we're February, okay? So that's the correct contract. You have to make sure you're on the correct contract. You figure it out by the month. And then we'll play it. We'll get our brackets pretty quick. Keep in mind, our high of the day is going to be a magnet. And I forgot to set the strategy. So we got to redo it. Go to 2/12/829. Now watch how much of a pain this is. If you screw up your replay, you have to go back to your strategy. It resets to 0. Okay? So you have to redo the whole thing. False. 16. True. And then our time is 8:29:57 according to the HIRA, right? We're always reading those HIRAs and we're following them. They don't usually give targets, okay? You make your own targets. Sometimes they'll give you a little bit of advice. So based on how the report moves, that's how you're going to set your targets. It moves, but it stays tight. That's what I think on this particular report. And then you make sure you enable it to be true. Apply it, okay it. Now we have our correct icon is ready to go. We're at February 12th, 3/16, 8:30, so we should be good to go. 8:29:55 was the time. We should get our brackets now. And with bonds, I like to cover myself. Even if I get too close, I'll take the bite because I'm getting filled on my first contracts. Okay, I'm going to try and be patient and see if it'll hit me. I don't really have any, the magnet I have is the open. So if it's not going to hit me. So beautiful, okay? So another positive trade. So I'll take the risk of the loss on this trade. Turn off your strategy, then I right-click, cancel all orders, and that's how I'll play this, okay? So there's no reason why you couldn't play this with one contract if you wanted to. You could use, I'd say 5 or 6 ticks would be my target, probably somewhere in there. So that's testing the retail PPI report. It has a lot of movement, and most of the time it seems to be positive. So I am going to trade it. It looks like a nice report to trade. Thanks, everyone.